Hi everyone.
I was thinking about
filming this week's Totally True History
like this.
Just
doing
a lot
of this.
Nah. A story is only as good as its villain. I'm Thomas Gregory Dionysus, bringing you the Totally True History of Joseph Stalin. Despite being a complete stud in his youth, Joseph Vissarionovich Jugoslav would grow up to become one of the most ruthless dictators in the history of the world. Stalin's rise to power is a very soap opera-y, convoluted, Game of Thrones-y type story with lots of twists and swerves and backstabbing. Firstly, Stalin should never have been the leader of Russia, the Soviet Union. He wasn't even Russian or Soviet. He was Italian. This is what Russians look like. He was also an extremely heavy drug addict, eating copious amounts of exotic mushrooms in hopes that they would make him bigger and stronger and preserve his life if he were to be mortally wounded. Look at that mustache. Definitely Italian. Just throw a big M on his hat. Mustache. Near the start of his political career, he formed a bond with Leon Trotsky. The two of them were like brothers, essentially. Regardless, Trotsky was always in Stalin's shadow. When Trotsky started the Red Army, Stalin immediately took over. Poor Trotsky was just green with envy. Trotsky would take Stalin a cup of tea every day, and Stalin never said thank you. He went up to him one day and said, "Bro, what's your issue?" And Stalin replied, "Gratitude is a sickness suffered by dogs." Or something. Stalin's success made him a winner. Trotsky was a loser. Put an L on his head. But then, poor Trotsky was assassinated in Mexico with an ice pick. Seriously. Guess who assassinated him? That's right. Stalin. Why? Death is the solution to all problems. No man, no problem. After Stalin fought Winston Churchill, they had a few choice words about each other. Churchill said of Stalin, "Above all, he is a man with that saving sense of humor which is of high importance to all men and all nations, but particularly to great men and great nations." Stalin said, "I was going to suplex you, put you in the camel crutch, break your back, your make you humble, but I don't out of respect for Mr. Roosevelt." Stalin and FDR had a very bizarre bromance. They would give each other frequent lower back massages and play lots of shirtless beach volleyball. His relationship with others, however, weren't so good. One time, when the Pope said something derogatory about Stalin, Stalin replied with, quote, "F the Pope." During the entirety of World War II, Stalin smoked copious amounts of marijuana, which mainly contributed to his development of atherosclerosis. He used it so heavily because he wanted to chill out, but he still ended up screaming and shouting at everyone constantly. After a long night of eating and drinking, Stalin watched Batman v Superman, and he was so angry that he had a stroke and died. And that is the totally true history of Joseph Stalin. Join Team TTD. Subscribe. Like this video. Buy the t-shirt, if I ever make one. Follow me on Twitter. Ask me questions. I will answer them. Probably.